Welcome to Tomorrow Unveiled. We're the place where we dig into the complex world of AI, breaking down the noise to bring you the crucial insights. And wow, the last 7 days? It's been something else entirely. We're not just talking small updates. The material our research team compiled this week points to, well, really revolutionary breakthroughs, foundational shifts.
Absolutely. Looking through the sources, the research team pulled together information from globally corroborated reports. And the picture is clear. It's not just about making AI bigger anymore. That old idea of just scaling up.
Yeah.
It's being complemented, maybe even overshadowed by a focus on smarter design, architectural ingenuity. AI is getting smarter, yes, but also more autonomous. And it's weaving itself deeper into, well, almost everything.
Okay, let's unpack the smarter part. That word, it can mean a lot. When the research points to AI starting to think, are we talking about like better imitation of human thought? Or is this something fundamentally different, something that maybe challenges how we even define intelligence?
That's the fascinating part. The research team has uncovered that these large language models, especially the transformer-based ones, they're using these really clever, non-human ways to solve problems, mathematical shortcuts almost for dynamic situations.
Non-human shortcuts. How so?
Well, think about how you might follow a recipe. Step one, step two, right?
Yeah.
Sequentially.
Right. Meticulously.
Exactly. These models, they predominantly use something researchers are calling the associative algorithm. It's more like they grasp the whole meal at once. They organize all the steps hierarchically, process different parts in parallel.
Ah, so like an incredibly efficient chef juggling multiple pans.
Kinda, yeah. It's a highly efficient computational strategy. It dramatically speeds things up. The sources even mentioned a related one, the parity associative algorithm.
Huh.
Uses a quick check first, then the main associative scan.
Okay, wow.
The real nugget here, the key takeaway from the research, is that understanding this helps us build better AI. We can align with how AI naturally computes instead of, forcing our human-like sequential logic onto it.
That feels like a huge shift in perspective. Not just building them, but understanding their native language almost. And we're seeing results from this different way of thinking, right? The research mentioned something pretty staggering. The Math Olympiad.
That's the one. It really is groundbreaking stuff. An experimental AI model hit gold medal level performance at the 2025 International Math Olympiad.
Gold medal level. Seriously?
Seriously. It solved 5 out of the 6 problems under official contest conditions. And think about what that takes. Sustained creative reasoning, endurance, stuff we thought was, frankly, years away for AI.
That's incredible. 5 out of 6.
And here's something really interesting the research team flagged. That specific model, it's being held back, not being released publicly yet, citing safety and readiness concerns.
Which tells you something about the power we're dealing with here. Both exciting and needs caution.
Exactly. It connects back to what we were saying. Understanding these internal mechanisms, like the associative algorithm, that's what lets researchers design systems capable of these, well, incredible feats of reasoning. It really underscores this shift towards smarter architecture, not just bigger models.
Okay, so AI is thinking in new, powerful, non-human ways and achieving things we didn't expect so soon. But thinking is one thing. What about acting? The research you compiled also points to a big rise in agentic AI, right? AI that does things in the world.
Yes, and that brings up a whole host of important considerations. It's a huge theme in the research. We've seen a major AI company just launch a new agent mode.
Agent mode?
Yeah, it lets the AI autonomously take actions for the user. Think about it browsing the web for you, connecting to other apps, maybe even making purchases or booking reservations.
Whoa, okay. That's convenient, but also...
Raises questions, right? There's a built-in safety measure mentioned in the research. It needs user confirmation for high-stakes actions, irreversible stuff.
Like spending money, presumably?
Exactly. But it's interesting. The research notes this mode isn't available in Europe yet. Regulatory considerations are likely playing a role there.
Right, the balancing act. Convenience versus control, trust. I mean, AI, order my usual groceries, sounds great, but then, wait, did it just buy that vintage synth I was browsing yesterday? With my card?
Precisely the kind of scenario people imagine. And it highlights the trust factor we need to build. And this isn't just one company dipping its toes in, as the research clearly shows. Another tech giant, they just announced a whole toolkit for building and deploying AI agents at enterprise scale.
A toolkit, so businesses can build their own autonomous AI.
Yes, and even a marketplace with hundreds of pre-built agent solutions. And the research indicates other big players are jumping in too. So autonomous agents, definitely a major trend. It's going to touch pretty much every industry.
And I saw something else in the research materials that sounds related, but maybe more strategic. Intelligent choice architectures. ICAs, what's that about?
Ah, yes, ICAs. This is really interesting. It's about elevating AI beyond just being an advisor. Think of it becoming a strategic architect of the decisions themselves.
Yeah.
It actively creates and refines better options for human leaders to consider.
So it doesn't just give advice, it shapes the choices.
Precisely.
Yeah.
The research provides concrete examples. In life sciences, ICAs might cut drug discovery time by, say, 20–30%. That's huge.
Wow.
In manufacturing, they're helping improve product resilience. Banking, using them for risk management, fraud prevention. One internal system mentioned in the research already saved employees over 200,000 hours this year alone.
200,000 hours.
Yeah. And in retail, think personalization, identifying talented recruits. It means AI isn't just doing tasks for us anymore. It's starting to structure the environment where we make critical decisions, hopefully for the better.
That's a profound shift in AI's role, from tool to architect. But hang on. If AI is doing all this, taking actions, shaping choices, how does it keep track? How does it remember? Because, let's be honest, AI's memory has always been a bit leaky, hasn't it? Forgetting context from one minute to the next.
Yeah, absolutely. The amnesia problem. It's been a major bottleneck. But the research indicates we're seeing real solutions now. The materials highlighted MIRX. It's described as a novel, human-inspired, modular, multi-agent memory system.
Human-inspired memory.
Yeah, designed specifically to tackle that amnesia issue. It's got a really sophisticated structure, 6 specialized memory types, like episodic memory for specific events, semantic for general facts, even secure knowledge vault for sensitive stuff.
Okay, sounds complex. Does it work?
The benchmarks reported in the research are pretty stunning. On one tough multimodal test, 35% higher accuracy. And get this,
Right.
while reducing the storage needed by, wait for it, 99.9%.
Hold on. 99.9% less storage? That sounds almost impossible. What does that actually mean for, for me, for everyday AI use?
It's a potential game changer. That massive reduction means AI could finally have a rich, personalized memory that lives locally, right on your device. Imagine lightning-fast, context-aware interactions that don't constantly need the cloud. More private, too.
Local memory. That changes everything.
The research even mentioned a prototype app. It monitors your screen in real time, builds context all locally, preserving privacy. MIRX could really pave the way for the kind of personalized AI assistance we've imagined. Ambient computing, where AI just gets you in your context.
Okay, that's genuinely exciting. The potential there is huge. And if you're finding this insightful, maybe take a quick moment to like this video, subscribe to Tomorrow Unveiled, and definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future updates.
Yeah, and if you happen to be listening on a platform like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, we'd be incredibly grateful if you could leave Tomorrow Unveiled a rating and review. It really does help new listeners find us.
So we've got AI thinking differently, acting more autonomously, even starting to remember properly. But what about pushing the frontiers of knowledge itself? Let's look at what the research revealed about AI in science and creativity.
Right. The research team highlighted a system called AutoDS. It's a prototype, autonomous scientific discovery engine from a leading AI institute.
Autonomous discovery, how does that work?
It uses what they call a curiosity-driven approach. It's guided by something called Bayesian surprise.
Bayesian surprise. Sounds intriguing.
Think of it like this. It's not just looking for results that confirm what it already believes. It actively seeks out findings that cause the biggest shift in its own understanding, the most surprising results.
So it's like mathematically encoded curiosity, forcing itself to find novel things.
Exactly. It's a formal way to push the AI towards genuinely new discoveries. And it managed the whole scientific process hypothesis, experiment design, analysis. The research showed it outperformed baseline methods, finding 5 to 29% more surprising hypotheses that also aligned with what human experts found intuitive.
So it's not just finding random stuff, it's finding surprisingly good stuff, like a real research partner.
That's the idea, an intellectual partner.
Amazing. And that connects directly to another piece of research you shared, right? The self-driving lab.
Yes, developed at a university, an AI-powered lab for materials science. It can apparently discover new materials up to 10 times faster than traditional methods.
10 times faster.
And the key is its continuous adaptive learning. The research mentioned it can sometimes find the optimal formulation on the very first try. It's basically accelerating R&D dramatically.
Just hitting fast forward on discovery. Incredible.
And it's not just science. Shifting to creative fields, the research pointed to a new tool from a major graphics company, Diffusion Renderer.
Diffusion renderer. Sounds graphics related.
It is. It allows for really unprecedented realism when you're inserting or editing CGI, computer graphics into real-world video footage. It
Yeah.
cleverly blends traditional graphics techniques with generative AI.
So better special effects.
Better and potentially much easier to create. It gives artists precise control over lighting, materials, how objects look when inserted. The research suggests this could be huge for games, film, VFX, advertising, basically streamlining how visual content gets made. Imagine iterating on complex visual effects that quickly.
Okay, so the picture emerging is AI isn't just automating anymore. It's becoming an autonomous researcher, a creative collaborator, really pushing boundaries everywhere. Now, obviously, these advances are incredible, but they also bring some pretty significant challenges and things we need to think about, right?
Absolutely, and this is a critical point raised consistently in the research materials. How do we ensure safety, ethical use?
Yeah.
Especially as AI gets more autonomous, there are ongoing, very serious discussions about needing a human in the loop, careful oversight.
To prevent unintended consequences.
Exactly. And to address things like automation bias, that's where we might overtrust AI decisions just because they come from an AI. Plus, ensuring transparency, fairness. How do these algorithms actually make decisions? Is it fair?
And some experts are sounding pretty strong alarms.
They are. The research references leading AI figures urging real caution. Some even suggest pausing the training of the most powerful models.
A moratorium.
Yes, until we have better safety frameworks.
Yeah.
They're calling for global governance. When you hear comparisons between unaligned superintelligence and, say, nuclear weapons, it's not just hyperbole.
It's about the scale of potential impact if things go wrong.
Precisely. Even a subtle misalignment between an AI's goals and human values could, theoretically, lead to catastrophic outcomes if the AI is powerful enough. And these new autonomous discovery systems, like AutoDS, they introduce new ethical questions too. Who's accountable for knowledge an AI discovers? What if it stumbles into dangerous research areas?
Heavy questions. And meanwhile, the world is trying to regulate this space, isn't it? The research touched on that too.
It did. The global regulatory landscape is definitely trying to keep pace, which is challenging given the speed of innovation.
Yeah.
You see the EU taking a very proactive stance. Their new AI acts have strict rules for high-risk AI, big fines for non-compliance.
And that's already affecting rollouts, like that agent mode we discussed.
Right. Then you have the U.S., where the research suggests a perhaps more innovation-first approach, trying to lower barriers. Both regions, and others globally, are wrestling with this fundamental balance. How do you foster progress while ensuring safety? And there are geopolitical dimensions, too, like decisions about AI chip sales, which impact global competition and development.
It's a complex web.
The core finding, really, from synthesizing all this research is, yes, innovation is accelerating like crazy, but safety and governance discussions are happening alongside it. The worry is this widening governance gap. There's an urgent need highlighted in the research to ensure accountability, transparency, and make sure these increasingly powerful autonomous systems align with human values.
So let's bring it home. Looking ahead, say, the next 6 to 18 months, what does all this mean for you, the listener, for society?
Based on the trajectory seen in the research, expect the pace of breakthroughs to continue, maybe even accelerate. We'll likely see AI hitting new performance milestones more and more regularly across all sorts of fields.
So more headlines like the Math Olympiad one.
Probably. Also, expect what the research points to as the convergence of AI with everything. Agentic features like that agent mode will likely become standard in more apps and services. Your personal digital assistant will get more capable, more autonomous.
AI co-pilots in our software, in labs.
Exactly. And we'll probably see new types of AI gaining traction, more efficient models, moving beyond just throwing massive compute power at problems towards architectures perhaps inspired by neuroscience or more modular designs like MIRX. Smarter, not just bigger.
So what this means for you, listening now, AI is going to become even more woven into the fabric of daily life. Your work, your home, how you interact with the world. Which means we'll all be part of this ongoing adaptation. Constant conversations about AI's role, its impact on jobs, on education, on just being human. It really is a journey of trying to balance these incredible benefits with some pretty significant responsibilities. This past week, as the research our team analyzed shows, has really unveiled a new phase of AI. It's marked by this architected intelligence, much greater autonomy, and truly profound implications. It calls for both excitement and a healthy dose of vigilance.
Well said. The key takeaway is that we're entering an era where AI is shifting from just a tool towards being a partner, an architect, maybe even a discoverer alongside us. The future of intelligence is unfolding right now, right before our eyes.
And we genuinely love hearing your thoughts on all this. Whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast app, drop a comment. Let us know what you think about these breakthroughs. How do you see them shaping your world? What excites you? What concerns you? Thank you for joining us on Tomorrow Unveiled for this exploration into the fast-moving future of artificial intelligence. Until next time, keep exploring.